this.
There's something bigger than this. It's worth the risk.
Yeah, but the agency, they catch wind of what we're doing right now. It could seriously tarnish our career.
Trust me. There was more to this than meets the eye.
Just know what you're up against here. You're playing with fire.
You know why we brought you here?
My guess. You want to do things you don't want your agency to see.
We brought you here because after... what was it?
About 11 hours now.
Of being cooped up in a police station, our normal methods of producing results wasn't really working.
Also, no video cameras.
Well, yeah, that is true. Let's go over the facts. No, I'm good, thank you.
Coming from a detective, it seems like a simple domestic dispute turned homicide. Opening with your arrival to your residence with the victim at approximately 7:15 yesterday evening. During this time, neighbors reported hearing an argument. Eventually, the argument escalated. Over an hour later, you went to the garage. Reported screaming was heard around 9:30. After 5 more minutes, no more screaming. Next, you jump into your car and leave the scene, presumably with the body and the murder weapon. Going off the reported license plate of your car, we were able to locate you and bring you in. Evelyn Adams is later found in a dumpster.
After there were multiple stab wounds found, ones that you inflicted.
You have no evidence of that.
Well, you don't really know what evidence we do and don't have. But back to the other part. Why kill her?
Depending on the fact that I did kill her.
Oh, you did. You did. Trust me. We have some good stuff cooking back up at the lab. Detective Doyle is just awaiting its results. But back to the fact of the matter at hand. Why?
Why what? Why did I kill her?
I like that, sure.
You're the one that supposedly has all the evidence. Why don't you ask him?
Detective Doyle and I have come to a couple of conclusions. Conclusions that we, feel fit the facts. Doyle, would you mind?
Well, certainly mental health could be a factor.
Call me crazy, detective?
Now, I find it hard to believe that a simple date led to a homicide in a couple of hours, especially since you had no prior relation to the victim. However, it does seem more likely that you planned to kill her all along.
Well, I'm sorry you went through all this trouble, but like you said, it was a simple domestic dispute that went south and turned into a homicide.
Now, I find that very hard to believe. Don't you, Detective Doyle? There's a certain link of murderers and missing people that I've been following very closely. And the way that they connect is that they have no motive.
It seems to me that you didn't have a great motive. Now, either you're some sort of serial killer that's really good at covering his tracks, which is unlikely since the evidence you provided us kind of indicates that you're an average criminal at best.
The point that my partner is trying to make is that you were ordered to kill her.
Ordered? You guys get paid to do this?
Certainly not out of the question.
I'm not part of anything. Look at my record. I'm clean.
Maybe you just didn't get caught yet.
Well, according to your boyfriend over there, I'm an average criminal at best.
Well, wouldn't you being here prove that?
So you sneak a detainee out of the agency. Now you think you're some sort of criminal mastermind?
Is that a statement or a question?
But it's you. You're the one that's so invested in this investigation. Why?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. What about the string of murders that you were tracking? What could be so important that you risk your reputation for me to come out here and tell you nothing?
Let's just move on.
You probably have to be one of the worst investigators I've ever seen in my life. Or what about
It doesn't matter!
Sit down, Wilder. We talked about this.
Well, since we're gonna be here for a while, you guys mind if I get these ties cut off of me?
We're moving on.
No, like I'm serious. Can I get these ties cut off?
Doyle, do you want to cut his vines?
Huh. I don't know, Wilder. Seems like I forgot my knife at home.
Darn.
Okay, seriously. I don't know what else there is to do. I mean, I've practically admitted to the crime. Shouldn't we be done already?
We're not going anywhere until we find out why you murdered an innocent young woman.
Same for me. I told the wife I wouldn't be home for dinner tonight.
Yeah, well, that's your problem.
Excuse me. Keep your head on your shoulders, Wilder.
Listen, when you bring me back to that station, I'm gonna tell him everything that happened. Maybe I'll even include the part where you assaulted me. Maybe it'll knock some time off my sentence. But if you tell me just why we're here, maybe, just maybe I'll take it a little bit easier on you. After all, you're the one playing with fire.
After we're through, you're going to wish for a lot more than that.
So what's the risk of telling me?
Let's just say I have a personal connection to these cases.
Oh, yes. You know, I seem to be remembering a story about a certain individual who also lost somebody he loved due to mysterious circumstances.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna stop right there.
Yes, it seems to be coming back to me. Not even he could figure out who the murderer was.
You know what, you're a real funny guy.
You know, I could do this all day. You wanna know what her screams sounded like with the sound of me breaking her neck? Oh yeah, you like that, don't you?
You're funny. You hear him?
Wilder?
Oh, that was a funny joke. That was what? It's too far, Wilder.
It's too late. The agency called. They're giving us an hour to return the suspect or there'll be a warrant for our arrest.
Well, then we better find out what we need to now.
You can stay, but I'm leaving with the suspect right now. Got something to say?
I do.
You know, you could have told me at the agency if you were there.
I was reviewing the interview tapes. Started to notice something was amiss.
Well, it's obvious the suspect killed her. And halfway through the interview, realized you had some emotional trauma that connected to the case.
I don't mean with the suspect. I mean with you.
Yeah. Wait. What?
Over the course of our interview, we should have been able to cover a lot more ground than we did. And don't say it was because of my negligence, because it wasn't.
So, what does this have to do with me?
You don't get it, do you?
No. I don't think I do. Please explain.
You were part of this. This whole thing, this whole string of murders. Everything.
Oh, I am? Your partner for so long, somehow calling the shots for some vast network of killers? You shouldn't have taken a case this personal to you. But then again, is it even personal? This connection that you've somehow tied all these murders together. There isn't any evidence. It's all based off a hunch. And now that you've lost your only lead, is that hunch telling you that somehow I'm involved?
It's not gonna work like that. You see, I went over and over the recordings of what happened that night. Here are the facts. There's no way that the suspect broke through 2 military-grade zip ties unless he had a blade that you slipped him. Not only that, but the way you took him down was unlike any way that we've been trained to take down people. We are in the academy together, Doyle. You wanted him to take your gun and end his life. See, you knew that the suspect was about to talk, so you needed something to cover your tracks. So you initiated a failsafe. Code Orange. Now, whatever Code Orange means, I have no idea. But if I were to come up with something, I would say it has something to do with self-inflicted suicide.
Code Orange. No. You're delusional.
I'm turning you in, Doyle. Maybe I can work out something with the agency. It'd be really hard to see you locked up for the rest of your life. Maybe I can get you some help.
Turn me in. So you steal a suspect from the agency. A call from the agency tells you have 1 hour to return the suspect or there'll be a warrant for your arrest. The suspect ends up dead. You leave. No trace, just gone. I spent 8 hours in the agency trying to cover your tracks, but no. Here comes Wilder, strolling in with his partner in cuffs. It's a fairy tale I could tell the girlfriend, I suppose. No, you know what's going to happen here? You're gonna let me walk. Because even if you did arrest me, there's nowhere for you to go. Not having my career end over some madman's theory.
It's not a theory. I haven't gotten to the best part yet.
Well,
You said you left the knife at home. How'd the suspect get his hands on it then?
maybe I left it in the car.
It's a little convenient if you ask me.
How do you expect this to go, Wilder?
You tell me.
Way I see it, no chance at the agency. Your only option is to kill me. Now, you wouldn't do that to your partner, would you? Wasn't a bad shot.
I've always been a better shot than you.
You go down this road, Wilder. Only pain you will find.
Is that a warning?
Suggestion. Once the captain hears of this, you'll have no leg to stand on. Just a detective with a hunch who let his suspect die and has now killed his partner.
A corrupt one.
Oh.